Hey guys, it's Well again. Today I'm going to show you quite a cool little tool that I use all the time, like a little formula to make an object move, and you can make things move with it as well if you attach a position event, but I'll show you that later on. But for a moment I'm just going to set up this formula first to show you. So all you need to do is just copy it, and it'll be really handy for you to save this one into your favourites, because you can just use this in all your tracks, because it's a very easy animation to set up. So first one is an interval trigger, object position event, and then come over here, get yourself a curve vector data source, and then scroll to the bottom and get yourself a vector object info, and put one there, and copy and put another one there. Now go into common, get yourself a dummy object, and just put one there and one in front of that one, and that's all the tiles you need at the moment. So we're going to rig it up. So interval trigger, set it to 1 tick, select event filter, that will go into your object position event, and then select your object position event, press up, go into the settings, disable local, so turn it off, go to X, Y and Z, so press triangle on X and then connect it to your linear by pressing X again, and you see it's got a D there now, and you see a green line coming up saying position X. So do that with Y and again with Z. So you have all three of them connected now to this one, like that. And then now all you need to do is select this one, your curve vector data source. Make sure you change this one to on go, unless obviously you want it to start before the animation at the start of the track, and select your start vector, and this one will be your start vector. The one to the left, your end vector, will then be this one. So now they're both connected, look. So start and end. And now select on your vector object info, keep it on position, select object, and that will be your dummy object that you placed in front of it, this one. And you see now when you move it, the numbers change. So it's recording where it is in this world. So what you want to do is click on this one and do the same, connect it up, and that's it. That's your formula ready to go. So I'm going to show what this formula is actually doing now. So I'm just going to grab myself a random object. So let's just get a box for a moment. I'm just going to put a box there. So now you want to select on your object info, object position event, info, and select event target, and that will always be the object that you want to move. And that's it. So when you hit the test button now, it will always go to this starting point, and it will always end in this end point where your dummy is. So if I move the end and I move the start, you see it starts here and it will always end here to the center of the mass of this object. So if I was to show you how that is quickly, make it a bit more viewable, so I'm just going to add a glue to the box now, and I'm just going to lift that pivot up so you can see. Now I need to select this one again, because when I glued it, it disabled the line. So I'm just going to reconnect it, and now watch. You see? It follows exactly in that line. So if you don't want it to, like where I've got it here, and it starts and goes there, all you need to do is grab this one where it starts, get yourself the work plane up. There is a tutorial on this, I think, that I made previously. If not, then I'll make another one. And then snap that into the center of that object, like that. And then that will be a smooth transition from the starting point. So then all you need to do is just group it. So if you do want to move it or adjust it or change it and put it into a different position, it will be in that glue group, so wherever you move this box now, that dummy will obviously be with it, so we can just put it there like that, you see, and there's the start in. And it's a really handy formula for you to make. Like I said, you can literally use it for anything, so if you didn't want that, for instance, it's probably best not to delete it with your dummy object. So just delete your object, and we'll just get ourselves a bike or something, if I can remember where they are. There you go. So let's just get ourselves a helium. No, fuck it, because I hate helium and I'm not fucking looking at it. Let's get the Mantis. Big boy bike. So again, just select on your object position event target, and make sure it goes onto your object. And again, we start, and that object will go to the center. And again, if you want to put a glue pivot on there so you can see where the center of it is, so it's easier for you to like adjust, or you can just make it so the pivot's quite visible. So you just glue it and then just move your pivot down so you can see it, and again just reconnect up again, and when you test it'll go like that. So then you can just put your bike into this position, and away it goes. And if you want to change the speed or anything like that, you just come into this one here, which is the curve data source, which I always forget the names for these things. But if you go lower with your number, so 12, we test, it speeds it up. So the higher the number, slower it's going to go. As you can see now, we're at almost 20 seconds there. And that's it. That's all you need. And obviously I've done some formulas before. If you want to make it spin or anything as it's moving, all you need to do is get yourself an interval trigger, object position event, and a curve data source. And then again, set your interval to 1 tick, select event filter, to your object position event, select your object position event. Now this time we're going to rig it up so it's just spinning. So usually these are the X, Y and Z, it's for it to go up, down, left or right, and these ones are usually the spinning, so it'll be spinning left, spinning right, or spinning around on the same spot, if you know what I mean. So I don't usually know which one it is because it's always different. So just press Y on bank, for instance, connect it up, and then just select your object position event, select event target, and then just select your bike as well, like that, and then just hit the test button, and you see it's spinning, or it's spun forward a little bit. If you don't want it to go that way, and if you wanted it to go backwards, literally all you need to do is just reverse this number. So obviously it's going forward, so it's 100. So if you want it to go more of a spin, just increase that number and it'll go more. Or if, like I said, you want it to go the other way, just decrease that number and go the other way so it's minus, and then it will spin the opposite. And again, if you want it to spin a different direction, just press square to unhitch your line, press triangle on a different one, say Y on your, press triangle, connect that one up, and then just test again, and now it's spinning that way, you see. So you can just mess around and you ain't gonna break nothing, just connect the lines up, mess about, see which way's the best for you. And again, you can change it which way it spins around with these, and how fast it goes with this one. And if you want it to loop or invert second half, you can just connect these on. So if you want it to loop, you just turn it on, and you see as it's doing the full resolution, it's like sort of resetting itself, sort of thing. That's obviously because we probably got it on 360, 370, sorry. There you go. And then you get a nice smooth transition. And then if you really want to go into detail and start changing how it moves around in the 360, you can just change and mess with the curve. and all these are completely different. You can see how it does a different turn or twist, and you can just mess around and just change them, see which one's best for you, see which one each one looks like. Like, don't be scared to just mess around, change it, test it. Not happy with it, go back onto a different one, change it, and just find one you're happy with. But definitely I advise you to save this formula here, even if you don't want it to spin like we're doing there, and you just want this formula where the vehicle will start here and end here. It's a nice, simple, easy formula. So I hope it helps. I hope the video helps. Enjoy. Let me know how you get on with it. If you have trouble, or if you want any more videos or anything made, just let me know and I'll make some more. Thank you all for watching. Take care.